even know it's gonna be me, or it's always a surprise?
No, I put out a thing. You didn't get it?
I don't.
Mark, I sent it to you.
I'm not that savvy when it's.
I sent it to. I know, because you didn't get my message. I'm like, okay, I guess.
But you sent the message today, right?
Early.
But you know what? Though, it's kind of funny because I was typing it in, and then right when I hit send, I kid you not,
It popped up.
It popped up.
It might be where you are, where you live, or where I live. Sometimes I'm gonna tell you this internet service is a trick.
There's so many signals going all over the place. I figure, I mean, at one point in time, it's gonna be so many signals, speed and everything.
Well, you know, I had invited you, and it took you forever to answer. I was like, what? Yeah, I think I had messaged you. It had been about a couple of days, and then you finally jumped on.
Oh,
so it's probably the signals and stuff.
Okay. So I responded a couple of days later.
You did respond.
Yeah. Okay. That could have been me. That could have been me more than.
Well, I know a lot of people don't check Messenger.
Yeah, I don't go to Messenger.
Yeah, Messenger. A lot of people don't ding on Messenger.
But I think most of the time my notifications will let me know I got something. That's when I hear it.
Mark, I don't know what you got going on your phone.
I don't either. Child. I'm just trying to.
I know that's right, because this seems like something new all the time. It's added.
Update.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Honey, like I tell people, if you can't get me on my text, y'all know where I'm at. I'm even over here. But hey, everybody, welcome to the Yellow Couch Chronicles tonight. I am so honored to have a friend of mine, old friend. We've been, I guess y'all say, Gwen, you've been old friends with everybody. I have. I know a lot of people. A lot of people don't think I know a lot of people, but I know a lot of people. And we go way back. And me and Mark Scott, I'm going to formulate.
Now, I was Mark as a child, but when I grew up and became a man and stopped doing childish things, my name became Marcus.
You're going to always be Mark Scott to me.
I'm just kidding.
But Marcus Scott, y'all. Everybody, hey, brother, y'all, come on. Everybody know you as Mark Scott.
I know. So.
And, you know, and I always used to pick at you when you went to Hannah. You know, I start picking at you. But, y'all, I'm going to surprise y'all with something. This is a West Side OG.
You know it.
And I wanted to make sure I had it right. Earl Home. Now, if you come from Earl Home, y'all old school.
Hey, old school.
West Side. That's West Side for real.
That's right.
That is West Side for real.
Like a lot of us, hey, we started from the bottom.
Now we're here.
Now we're here. From the bottom. Now we're here.
But you know what? When it was those places like that groomed us. Because we saw a lot. I mean, I never lived in an Earl Home, but my mama had friend girls that lived in the Earl Home, and I was always probably over there every weekend with my mom, getting beat up by somebody, I'm sure. But I remember the Earl Homes well. You know, that's history. Somebody, I think Kevin Pickens, and I would like for you to get with him too. He's going to try to do a Black history of Anderson. And it's a lot of things, history. A lot of the older people probably gone who he really need to talk to. But some of us, our generation, because we're the OGs now, you know.
Yeah, we are. I know.
Because our mamas and them, yeah, they were that generation, and they, you know, yeah, I don't know if I want to say that too loud, but hey, y'all come on in. We're gonna talk to Mark Scott. We're gonna talk about all kind of stuff. And the reason I have you on, Mark, is because you know so much. You dig into what's really going on locally and nationally, and then globally, pretty much. And you know, the news don't show us everything. That's and right. I wish they did, because we in a mess for real.
That's right. Big mess.
Because if, you know, we just see CNN, MSN, but we need to go and look at their stations in other countries, because they telling the whole truth about what's going on in America that we are blind and oblivious to. And we're not going to get political or none of that, but I just want us as our culture, our Black people, to understand what the change is with this vote, the vote they just did.
Gerrymandering stuff.
That, and we need to understand the depth of what's really, really going on and how that's going to affect us. Because ain't nobody going to really tell us.
Right.
They skim over it in the news.
Right, because we just a little South Carolina, you know, it's just...
And it's affected, y'all, we one of those states that they get ready to jack up some stuff.
Yeah, because I know some people be like, why are you posting all that stuff on Facebook? But the reason I post that stuff on Facebook is because I almost use a curse word. Will I get in trouble if I use one occasion?
It depends. Well, as long as it ain't too.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use it because I'm gonna say hell because ain't nobody.
Oh,
else.
that's good. That's good. Yeah, yeah.
Ain't nobody else posting anything.
No.
A lot of times I'm just doing it just for the general knowledge, and I mean, I see very little conversation going on about everything that's happened in this country. So I do it more from an educational standpoint, as far as informational awareness, to let people know what's going on. But because we need to be aware.
We do.
I mean, our generation. Go ahead.
Let me ask you. Okay, so I don't know if y'all knew, and for y'all that do know, that's good. But you're a retired colonel from the Army, right? And I'm sure you saw some things, and you got some knowledge while you were there that, of course, we weren't privy to. And so you see it on a whole different scale than we do. So we really, not to scare the people, but we really want to know, how bad is this thing? I mean, how bad is it, or is it going to get if we don't stay on top of the knowledge that we need to stay on top of?
Well, I guess I should just use the term 47 and not say his name.
It's that 47, yeah. Or that orange man.
I mean, Donald Duck has us in a mess right now. 47. I just got so many things running through my head. I really don't know. I don't want to start. Well, let me say this. I'm just going to ramble, and I don't really do a lot of rambling, so my ramblings will be short ramblings.
Well, that's all right, because we're gonna roll with it. We're just gonna let the Lord do what He gonna do with this.
But as far as on a national scale, now when we went into Iraq, this is just a prime example. When we went into Iraq, and we went into Saudi Arabia, by the way, I got deployed during the Desert Storm in Operation Iraqi Freedom. But when we went to war at those locations, we had our coalition, and when I say coalition, I mean we had all the members of NATO. We all came together. Other nations, we all came together for these wars through NATO, right? Well, Trump, of course, he's criticized NATO. He said NATO is a bunch of crap. So he went at this alone. And so now he's crying. He's meeting, as a matter of fact, he's meeting with Xi today in China.
Yes, he is.
Saying we don't really need him, but he said we don't really need him. But he's probably going to China begging and hoping China would help us, with the straits and all this stuff, with high prices due to oil not being able to get through and other things. So
yes, because gas is a big thing.
Yeah, so he didn't build a coalition. And check this out. I mean, we're the superpower of the world. We always have been, right? We've always been highly respected, and we've always led the way. But now we're like the laughing stock. I mean, they look at us, and they just laugh at us and be like, look at, primarily because of our leader.
Right, because they always look to America to pave the way and to kind of make the decision because of what you said. We're that, what was that you said, the superpower? We always made sound decisions. Well, it hadn't been so sound here lately. So yeah, they're mocking us.
Exactly. So, and having served, I don't know. I mean, thank God we have a volunteer military.
Well, they're saying in December they're going to start drafting. Do you think that's going to happen?
I find that hard to believe.
But I'd be scared because I'm going to tell you, these 18-year-olds ain't that same 18-year-olds 20 or 25 years or 30 years ago.
No, I think that's just a scare tactic. I don't think we will go to drafting unless we were
because we got enough
war.
people
They don't
in
even
it.
call this a war. Well, no, it is. I mean, there's been a serious, extreme, significant decline.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and probably because of him. People don't want to go in. I mean, and deal with that. Because, 47 is actually, he's the epitome of everything we're taught not to be. And see, not only is he a president, but he's the commander-in-chief. Right? I mean, you at the very top. So how can we try to instill integrity, discipline, and all these other things into our soldiers when you are completely the opposite? So if I'd have stood in the military, I'd have a really difficult time. I think his first term, when he became president, his first term, I was in the military, right?
Oh, you were?
Right, and then we had this, was it a colonel or general? general came in, he was speaking, and he made a comment towards Obama, and I can't remember the question I asked, but I couldn't just sit there and listen to it. I had to ask a question, and that question pretty much kind of made him step back a little bit, and then he kind of went on to someplace else. But we just can't sit back and just be tolerant. We just can't sit back anymore.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. So, sit back anymore, because I was discussing this with a guy friend, friend guy of mine in Charlotte. He's in the military too. He was high rank. I can't remember what he was, but he's retired too now. And we were talking. I was telling you was going to be on. He was like, "Oh, you could." Anyway,
Hey, man, what's your turn?
Right. Anyway, so we were talking, and I was like saying, they failed to realize we are not. And not taking anything from our grandmothers, great grandmothers, and grandfathers, because they did what they had to do. They marched. That was what their tactic was, to be seen and do those things. But they withstand a lot, beatings, attacks, and all kind of things. But I was listening to a young man on something I watch every day, and he came on. He's about my daughter's age, 33. And he said, they failed to understand that we are not the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and 60s black people. It will be a different outlook. He didn't say what the outlook would be, but even with me, I just don't think we as black people have done so much. You can't think you can handle us the way that you did then. They didn't have what we have now. They didn't have the knowledge that they have that we have now. And especially these young ones, they ain't having it. If they don't want to go to work, they ain't gonna stand for that. So I'm just saying, I've been praying that I hope this is, and I know the word has been said that there will be a race war. But I feel like they are antagonizing us as black people to get us out in the street, because that's what they want us to get out there, so they can do, and then say, "Oh, they out of order. We got to have martial law." Then they're gonna start controlling everything. It's just crazy how that's just my take on it. But it's just crazy how if you sit back and really look at it, it's really history trying to repeat itself. But it's going to be on a whole different scale.
Well, not to go into detail, but that's basically what's been happening all the way up to now. We take 2 or 3 steps forward, and then we take 1 or 2 steps backwards. And this is so, and I listened to a guy that was saying, this is just the same stuff. We move forward, then we have to take 1 or 2 steps backwards. Except this time it looks like we're taking 2 or 3 or 4 steps backwards. Right.
Especially with this vote that just went across with the civil rights voting and all this gerrymandering, and I'm just like, but he put those judges on the Supreme Court, so they're doing what I guess they promised him, to get there. I don't know.
Well,
but
we messed up with this. I love President Obama and Michelle to death. We had to learn the hard way, like I said, that when they go low, you go high. No, sometimes when they go low,
we got to get down there with them sometimes. And I think that's the thing with Democrats with me. I'm like, Democrats, get in there.
Right. Check this out. People may not even realize this, but when they poll Republicans, as far as within the Republican Party, their rating percentage is very low as far as likability, right?
Right.
Republicans now, but then when they poll Democrats, among other Democrats, they're even lower. And what that says is that a lot of the Democrats really have been missing in action. I mean, where y'all at? Because when we had President Obama was so smart. I think President Obama intimidated he definitely intimidated Republicans. I think he also intimidated Democrats to the point where think about it. When Obama was president those 8 years, most of the time it was just Biden maybe speaking, but he was always out there on his own.
By himself, you're right.
He was always, and the other Democrats just sat back and reaped all the rewards that came from us having such a great president, right?
Right.
And so you look at Democrats now, you're like, what are you at?
All right.
You got some speaking out. But for the most part, to me, they're still quiet right now. And to me, they even still don't have a message. We can't just run on.
Right.
We
If
just
we
can't
was
run
a-
saying we're running against Donald Trump. We have to have a plan and say, hey, this is what we're going to do to improve.
Because I look at him and I'm like, who would y'all put up to run against him that could really? Okay.
I'll say this, and maybe I shouldn't say that.
What you gonna say about Kamala? This is a safe platform. It's open. Everybody's not going to agree. But that's what I love about this is because we don't have this platform, good or bad, right or wrong. That's why I like different walks of life on here.
Well, okay. Well, I love Kamala, right? I even went to her speech, when she spoke at the Westside Community Center.
Okay.
I was there. I couldn't get close enough to her, so I had to go back to work. I didn't even try. But I fully supported Kamala. But the thing is right now we got to be very, very careful in electing a black person right now.
And woman on top of that.
A black woman on
that
top
wasn't
of
gonna
that.
happen.
That's right. Because we don't need anybody out here, because we know what we're dealing with. We don't need anybody out here not to vote for our candidate because they don't like the fact that she's a female, or because they don't like the fact that he or she is black. We need a candidate that's going to be that everybody. I hate to say it, but even some of the little bit of racist ones that kind of flip Trump's way need to come back, and we need to have somebody that they can accept and receive. With open arms and not any of this thing about, we got a female, this is a black president. So I hate to say it, and I'm not saying none of them can, because we have 2 or 3 out there, I say black men, that I think are highly capable. But then again, you got to understand that if we have a black person or a female running for president, we have to understand we're going to lose some votes. And all I'm going to say is that we cannot lose this election in 28. We cannot lose it.
Yeah. I agree. And we're going to switch gears after I say this. I was behind Kamala, but the more I thought about it, not only were they was going to accept a black person, it was a black woman. Mm-hmm. Because America fears the black woman on top of everything. Because they know when the black women come together, the 92%, when we come together, things move, things shift, not only in the natural, but in the atmosphere and in the spirit. Because the 92%, we represented.
That's right.
We did our part. It was the other ones that said they were, but just wanted the notoriety of as if they were. But when they got to that booth, they couldn't do it. They just couldn't do it. Because the reason I know that for a fact is because when you are a black woman, and I was in corporate America, you're leading other races. First of all, they don't want to see you in that. They don't want to see that you're strong enough to hold your position and you know what you're talking about and that you're telling them what to do. No. You see, they gave Hillary, they was on her, riding her, and she's a white woman. So you think they was going to put... America is really not ready for that.
Right.
Really not
Although
ready.
I still feel like she could have won. But,
what else she did win?
Well, the presidency.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But, I think the thing that killed them the most was the border. Because they just let them just pour in. And the Republicans did a great job of using that as it's really the primary issue. And it was valid. I can't stand this guy. But the one thing I can say he did was clean the border, because the border really needed to be cleaned up. Yeah. And then I hated how Biden was trying to say it was Kamala was responsible for it. He had given her, I can't think of the term they used, but he had tasked her with the border. And so they give them another opportunity to say, well, hey, you want this lady to be president, and she's just letting all these. Because think about it. They don't even want us here. So they sitting there and they see Mexicans, other people pouring in, not just Mexicans, but others pouring into the country illegally. then they're gonna feel some kind of way. They feel like they figure they already have to deal with us, and then all these illegals, and then they, all the propaganda center taking jobs, they're committing crimes and murders, bringing drugs in, and all that stuff. It was just extra ammunition they could use against.
It's just an awful thing. It's just an awful thing. Okay, I get upset about it, so we're gonna switch gears.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about what's going on in Anderson? How do you feel about the culture? Are we growing? Are we not? Is it something we need to do to?
By the way, I want everybody to know that Miss Gwen Belton wouldn't.
I'm gonna have to fix that.
Belton would not tell me what we were going to discuss or anything. So I could not make any.
No, I didn't want you to make no preparation.
And that's why I was nervous, because when I'm normally in front of a group or anything, I've normally got my stuff planned out.
But that's what I wanted us to talk off the cuff, because
right.
because if you plan, no, that's not what I do.
But you could have gave me some
well, you should have knew when you was coming. I
thought about it. So yeah, I kind of had a general idea of some of the stuff that I thought you might.
Yeah. So I mean, since so you left, right? At one time, you were living somewhere else, right? And you moved back. And what do you see? Do you see growth? Do you see kind of just growth in certain areas? What is your outlook on Anderson?
Well, let me just make a comment about the state first.
Okay.
And we don't know if it's going to hold or not, but I just read an article earlier today that said that with all this redistricting, South Carolina was also listed as one of the states that would possibly do it. Well, a surprise to me, I heard that the South Carolina senators voted not to gerrymander.
Oh, they did.
That's what I heard. I'm not certain how true that is, but I just heard that. So I mean, if they did, I give Carolina, I give our congressman a little bit of credit.
Because I'm gonna take South Carolina. We ain't looking good out here.
I heard but one way or the other, we still have our issues. I mean, the national issues. I mean, it just trickle down to local issues. But a guy made a point. The thing is, it's not a matter. See, if everybody, I don't know if everybody know what redistricting is. Can I kind of explain?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Gerrymandering is another term for redistricting. I can't get the word right. So what they do is when they draw the maps, they try to draw the maps where they're redrawing the maps so that they can add more white people into the black communities, so as all the black will lose the black representation, because they figure if they redistrict, then they'll put more white people in there to vote for whatever candidate it is, and they figured it will lose all seats. So if they were to proceed with redistricting, and then if they're successful, we only got like maybe, I don't know, I hate to guess, 4 or 5 maybe Democrats that in the House. If from South Carolina, if they were able to redistrict, then this whole state could become totally red, totally red. And the thing with that is, I mean, we understand that. I mean, we have a lot of white men that are candidates, white male and female, that are over districts that are predominantly black, and some of them do a good job. I mean, we know we have that, but the issue more than that is the fact that we won't have anybody high up at the higher level representing us, our best interest, because who do you think is going to represent our best interest at hand? A white person might get up there and do it, but a black person has been through what we've been through and understand the struggle. They're going to fight more for for things that are in our best interest, and we would lose it. Because think about it. Think about it. If let's say you had a board of 20 people, and 6 of them were, let's say just 5 of them were black, and let's say issues come up, then we would hope that the 5 black would kind of come together. They would stand and say, hey, this is not what y'all saying may sound good, but it don't work good for us.
Right.
So no, we don't accept this. As opposed if you had a board of 20 and they all were white, who's going to be there to say, okay, well, this is not going to work well for black people and minorities. They're not going to be thinking on that scale. So that's why it's important that. But I mean, they're also saying that Trump's scores are so low right now that even the redistricting might not matter.
And I thought about that too. But still, we still have to. It still has to be even. You know what I'm saying? It still has to be. Well, it won't be even, but it's still because I was.
It should be illegal.
That should be illegal.
Oh, and by the way, and they normally do redistricting every decade, every 10 years.
Okay, yeah.
They're in their fifth year and they're doing it because I don't know, Trump passed some kind of law where they could. So it's like you can't win. You can't win the right. You cannot win the right way, the honest way. So you're gonna go out here and try to redraw maps.
Well, that's
so.
Yeah.
I mean,
he knows.
But it ain't no surprise.
And it affects the Southern. But okay, a question was posed to me. That was posed to me, and I really had to think. Well, I really didn't really have to think about it, but it was the question made me think. Listen. So, Mark. Okay, so segregation was made. I mean, when was we legally segregated?
Well,
19 what?
I'd say the 60s.
It was the 60s, right? I would say the 60s. So a question was posed to me. Do you feel like we as black people did better when we were separate?
Oh my God.
Or when we all came in together? And I was like, wow. Because now I look at stuff and I history we didn't know. We didn't even know about like the Tulsa, the Black Wall Street, and how black people did come together and have their own. Okay, it was thriving. And I'm like, and then, it was like our culture. We loved on each other. We looked out for each other. If we knew the lady down the street, husband died, and know she ain't got nothing to eat, what we gonna do, ladies? We gonna all get together and have a party and go down her house, and everybody gonna eat. If I eat, you gonna eat. Now we so out of touch with our own people. We don't even halfway know who lived down the street. So my thing is, was it better then when we were just our own? And before you answer that, Mark, why is, if they want to be so separate from us, when we were thriving and having our own, why did they get jealous and want to destroy what we have? See, it's a two-edged sword, or whatever they say. So it's like, we darn if we do, and we darn if we don't. So I'm like, I don't get it. Then they get jealous because we are thriving. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. So help me with that.
Well, during that period of time, they didn't want us to have anything.
Zap. Nothing.
They didn't want us to have anything. And although we were thriving back then, it was gonna come to a head where you just can't thrive in a community anyway. I mean, we have a global economy now. Not saying it would have been global back then, but but you can't. A community just in the long run can't just isolate themselves.
But what if we would have grew? I mean, as time went on, because we had colleges. They were,
if they'd have left us alone, then we definitely could have did. I mean, look at all the inventions of black people. They left us alone and allowed us to do because we thrive at everything we do.
And that's and they can't stand that.
Right, we thrive at everything they do. So they did all that stuff. I mean, destroying black communities and then we still had to deal with Jim Crow and all that. So if they'd have left us alone, I think we'd have been fine with that. Not only that, they took our land. They took so much land that belongs to us. And a lot of these, you ride around here. I still ride like on Midway Road. I still drive down Midway Road. You can still see, people probably don't even think about this. When I'm out in the country a little bit, you can still see the old houses. I mean, like almost like it might be one room that are just still barely standing. And then when you ride on up the road, you see a bigger house, a White House. And that's where that's where the master stayed. And all them little houses, and it hadn't been that far away. We're talking.
I know.
I mean, the 60s.
I know.
And so now they want to say everything's. We don't need affirmative action and all these things anymore because we should be done caught up. Well, no, we're nowhere close to getting caught up, and technically, I mean, more than anything, we're falling behind.
Right. And if I do have any of my friends of other races on here, don't get me wrong. I'm just asking a question of our culture because, we know about everybody else's culture, but we don't know half of where we come from and who we are as a people. So it's not that, because I have friends that are of other races, it's just that I need to get an understanding. And when you come with your people, we just talk. And it's always that we have to apologize because we want to know who we are. And then we're like, oh, because we want to know who we are. Because we were stripped. I mean, we were stripped from what all our people were stripped. So we're over here in a land that we trying to make ours when they don't want us. So I always feel like, why do we have to apologize for who we want to know who we are, our history?
We're survivors. Black people are survivors.
Honey, my grandmama said if you get a bag of potatoes, onions, you good. You gonna live. You gonna live, baby.
And we're not going back.
No.
But this is the thing, though. See, I mean, look at it. I mean, we're. Are you 60 yet?
Not yet.
Well, it won't be long. Right?
It won't be long, but I still got.
You're doing your thing.
I still look good. There you go.
But anyway, think about it. I mean, back when we were in the Earl homes, we didn't have much, right? This is the thing.
What you talking about?
We didn't have much, but we didn't know we didn't have much.
We didn't know that.
We knew there were certain things we couldn't have.
But it wasn't really. It didn't affect us, though, did it?
No. But the thing is, it made us appreciate the small things. So here we are now. Well, I'm not going to go here yet. So, I mean, as a result of that, we grow up and we understand what it means to go out and work and earn something and do something for yourself. I mean, we understand the power of working and gaining independence. And then we become adults, and then we're raising our kids. And so we know what we went through. So we want our kids to have everything that we couldn't have, right? So then we spoil our kids. Hey, I'm a victim of it too. We spoil our kids to the point where we wonder why they don't want to do shit around the house. We wonder why they're sitting there and don't want to do this, don't want to do that. It's because we didn't make them earn things. We didn't make them. I mean, I don't know about all of you parents out there, but I know. Well, if I could go back to parenting, there are a lot of things. Don't get me wrong, my kids.
Oh yeah, you got great kids. Yeah,
I mean, they have all kind of excelled. They're all really great kids. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But they have issues too.
Yeah.
But it's just that. I mean,
I don't know about yours, but my daughter, she's 33, and never had a problem out of them. But now, and I'm not saying this in a negative way, but she thinks she know everything. It's like she know it. Yeah. She knows it, and I'm gonna tell you how to do it, Mama. Mama, if you just listen, then this is how it's gonna go. That's the thing with that millennial.
That's it.
Now they did know how to go out and get a job because they were coming in when all this newfangled stuff. So they still went outside to play, knew to be home. So we was just talking about this, me and China, and they knew how didn't want to stay in the house because they knew if they stayed in the house, we was gonna find them something to do, just like with our parents. So they still got a piece of us. But they started getting the computers, the cell phones. They start, they was in on that. But China, and I understand she's very knowledgeable. She reads, she does all that. So she feels like she know everything. So now we're talking about Gen Z. I think that's the next one. Because we Gen X. So Gen Z and the ones that they don't want to do nothing. I mean, what happened? I mean, they don't want to do nothing. And then when COVID came, you can forget it. What little job they did get, and then when they got that little unemployment check, they thought they was millionaires. So
getting something for free. Well, I mean,
but we did it though. A lot of us did that.
But, I mean, we did it, but back when we were coming up, I mean, we still kind of believed in the American dream.
Yeah, we did.
We still felt like we really had a chance to really get out here.
If you went to college, or if you got a trade, if you went in the military, you could make it. You could get by a house. You can, because our parents was like, "Nah, I wasn't able to do it, but you can."
If you were hard working, you could make it.
Yeah, you could then, but
and determination.
But now everything is so expensive. Most of you children still at home with their parents.
But this is the thing, though. This is the thing. Is they're not gonna have it like we had it.
Never, ever again.
You could be hard working, and you can have some education, but you can still not ever get ahead.
The system is made that we don't.
So it's gonna be more challenging for them than it was for us, right? But they don't have the work ethic. They don't even have a work ethic. So what's going to happen?
First, that's it. You got to have a work ethic.
So what's going to happen?
I don't know what's going to happen.
Then you got AI taking all these jobs.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Jobs.
I guess they're going to be sitting in the house with us. Well, China, thank God, she was on the other end of the millennial, so she got a work ethic. If you 35 and if you from whatever up to 35 or whatever, you good. But they trying to say after 30, mama, you can forget it. They ain't gonna do nothing. Too much. But it's still what you instill in them. You still got a chance if you instill in them and not just let them, because Alexa, how old is she?
28.
So yeah, but look at her. But y'all instill that in her. So she knows to go out. She's making her way. It ain't many of them, though.
But this is the thing. I mean, it's not about how much money you make. It's what you do with the money you make, right? See, in our society, American society, it's now it's just everybody's like, you can't never have enough.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you want to do better than somebody else. When that's really not. Like, that's really not what matters. What matters is to be able to live a comfortable life and have good health benefits. That's very important.
Hell, you got good health benefits. You good.
Having access to health and being able to raise your family. Well, I mean, if you want to go out and live in a big old house with a white fence around it, you may not be able to do that. But it don't take all that for you to be happy.
But
you can live
Mark,
in a small.
I'm gonna tell you what's the mess of mine. Watching this TikTok, this reality TV, all this has made these chaps think
show right there.
that you can have that life, and you can have that life, but you got to work. Some of them, I don't know if they really don't work, if all that stuff there is for real that they say on reality TV, but you got to work. You got to have a business. You got to make it work and grow. You can't just think somebody gonna give it to you. I don't know.
And that's why, I mean, it's like, our parents, I mean, they worked their butt off for us, right?
Sure did. We saw them get up every morning and go to work.
They did, and they made sure we had everything we needed, right? So, I mean,
what happened? You think?
It's like, so, with everything our parents did, right? When we graduated, when we went to anything we done after high school, we graduated, you had to get college loans.
Yep.
And so that's the worst thing.
Do they even have those anymore? What was they called?
I think
Pell Grant. I don't even think they got them anymore.
But we started from scratch. I mean, we had to go. I mean, you're going to buy a home, right? You're going to buy a home. You just got a job. You're going to buy a home. You really don't have no credit built up yet. And then they looking at, hey, you over $100,000 in debt with your student loan. So you already starting out
in debt. Well,
behind
when you go to college, they send you credit card applications.
Yeah.
And give you so much.
I had a couple.
Yeah, and my mama had to dig me out of all that.
Well, be thankful you had a mama that could.
Well, honey, my mama dig me out of there. She did give me a second chance, and I about messed that up too. But anyway, I'm just saying they already set you up to mess up. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're already in the hole before you even get started. But I mean, so the point I was making is, so when my mom, bless her heart, love her to death. She's 82. She don't really have nothing. My dad, stepdad died about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
My mom don't really have nothing to leave me. That's as far as that's going to really boost us. Right?
I get it. Ain't gonna make you rich, is she?
Right, and it's four of us, and I mean But the good thing is everybody's doing well. It ain't like somebody's gonna be fighting over anything, right? It's not gonna be much.
Exactly.
But the point I'm making is I realized how I had to start pretty much from nothing after college, and so one of my goals has been to make sure I can leave my kids with something.
Something.
Leave them something, leave them a little bit of generational wealth so that they can start with something. Hopefully they'll be smart. And then when their kids have children and everything, then they'll have accumulated more wealth, or you can pass along generations.
Let's talk about that.
Because we can't keep going where everybody has to start from ground zero, from zero or negative zero.
Let's talk about that generational. Our parents didn't know to have the conversation we having now. No one told them that. They didn't know. I mean, and we can't fault them for what they didn't know. They didn't know they just thought to get a life insurance policy was just to pay for their burial. And plus, they was getting gypped on top of that through these insurance companies. They done paid for your funeral, my funeral, Uncle Joe's funeral, Maylu.
Coming down the street with that briefcase.
I mean, yeah, I hate to say it, but he ain't come. Getting the little thing off the wall. Pay a couple of dollars. But what do you think those couple of dollars? Come on, you don't pay for that policy. But what I'm saying is, now that we know we need to do what they did. We got to get a trust. You got to put your stuff in a trust. So when, and I'm learning that now with my mom and my aunt about probate, they going to try to get it if they can. And if you ain't on top of it,
you got to be on your game.
You better be on your game. Because, and then, and if you don't know, you might not get nothing. You know what I'm saying? So we know now, and we need to talk about it. And for the people who have this knowledge that set up trust and know how to get people, we need to stop. It's not all about just making sure you got a good insurance policy. Because most of the time, like with my mom, I had to bury my mom before they even paid. So I mean, they don't even want to pay like they supposed to.
Something with something, we definitely need to think about. You got an old parent, if your parents are getting old. And even if it don't have to be your parents, it could be your great uncle or your uncle.
Help them out.
Living by themselves.
Now, if they let you now, you might have to do it behind the back, because most of the time they don't want you in their business.
Because the worst thing you ever want to have to do is have to do a GoFundMe to bury somebody in your family.
Get you some insurance, y'all. Insurance, you don't have to. Now you can get insurance. You don't have to pay but $5 a month. Especially if you're young, have something.
That's right.
Have something. Don't leave that burden on nobody. Because now, back in the day, we always expected people to die old. Not no more. People leaving here. And then you see, and I'm not knocking anybody, but y'all, we know better now. Go get some kind of piece of insurance. Don't try to leave nobody rich when you leave here. Just enough to make sure somebody can put your behind in the ground.
Exactly.
Let's just get a piece of insurance. Yeah. And then everybody got to scramble. Because these funeral homes, they not, back in the day, they might work with you. They ain't working with you now, baby. They'll hold you in there until you get the money up.
That's right.
And I mean, you can't blame them. This is a business for them too.
I really told my wife, my mom didn't want to hear it. I told her I'm really considering being cremated.
Mark, I'm really kind of with you on that. I'm kind of with you on that because
spend all that money on a casket, just gonna sit there
and
all that money you're gonna pay $4,000-$5,000 for a casket. I mean, I'm a frugal person. I mean, I believe in spending money for nice things, nice vacations, on occasion. But like just throwing $4,000 or $5,000 away.
Yeah.
I mean, because all you're gonna do is what? I say from ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I mean,
then you go get a headstone. That's another.
There you go. Yeah, because I know. I know so many people have parents now don't even have a headstone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they can't afford it.
And so that's what me and my brother we're dealing with. And and then a funeral is, like you said, about $8,000 a month. And and people now feel like you got to have a fashion show and a big to do No. So and then most of the time, like I say, your insurance ain't gonna pay for it. So there you go. But how we get over there on that?
I know.
Let's get
off. Let's move on.
Let's jump on something else. Yeah. So what women say?
You did ask me about Anderson.
Yeah, Regina. Insurance is very health insurance, life insurance, anything insurance is expensive, and I don't understand why. And then they don't want to pay for nothing, and then you get. I just don't get it. Miss Joyce, I know. I know. I agree with it too. It's just too much. It's just too much. You can't even die cheap. I mean, really, you're not here no more. You can't even go without spending. I mean, come on, Mark. I mean, I remember back in the day. I can't. I just can't. Oh, I can't do it.
But you're right, though. People leaving here.
They leaving.
But what's funny, though, it seems like more people around us, more people are leaving here more than ever now. But then I realized, hey, that's because we're getting old and all our friends are getting older. And so
We are. We
people
don't
around
feel
us,
like
I mean-
we're old. I feel like I'm still.
No, you're not old. I said we're getting older.
I know,
didn't
but
say
I just
old.
know, but we are an age number. We are, but in my
Speak for
body and
yourself.
in my mind, no, well, we're 60, Mark. You
That ain't
are.
old.
I'm not. Listen, I said the number seems like it's old, but in our mind and body, I feel like I'm still getting ready to go to the rec in the summertime back in the day. Boy, we used to have a good time. You know, we're gonna talk about something
Yeah, we
fun
did.
now.
Yeah, we
Boy,
did.
everybody, I'm gonna tell you, all y'all that's from Anderson, that's on here. And back in the day, when we used to summertime, we would go up to the rec and they had them summer teams. Y'all thought y'all was something
Yeah,
more.
yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Good
old
and
days.
then when certain teams play, oh, it be loaded. Like when y'all play, because who did you play with? It was a whole bunch of y'all was good. And then it was the West Side Boys, Bread Truck and all them. And, boy, we used to have a time. Reetha, I know I saw you on here. Yeah, we used to have a good time. We used
That's
to
why
go
we
there.
always give to the boys club. During the Christmas season, they be out there, Salvation Army out there shaking them bells. I mean,
Well, you know
Salvation
we don't
Army-
have one now.
The Salvation, I know that, but I still give.
But
to
no,
it.
but do you know we don't have one?
I know,
And how crazy is that?
I know. I mean, I know it's no surprise though. But so I always give to the Salvation Army because the Salvation Army kept a lot of us out of trouble.
That's why Anderson is
It's a
in the
place to go.
turmoil that it's in. They don't have nowhere to go. The guys don't have nowhere to go play ball because I'm gonna tell you, basketball brings the men together.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. Now I have a friend. His name is Arnold. I don't know if you know Claude Arnold. Well, he has the court open at First Baptist down from the hospital, but we need one in the hood. We need somewhere that the guys can go. Because you remember back in the summer. Now, Mark, I don't know. Did you get to sell the lunches during the summer?
Oh, the lunches during the summer.
Did you get to do it?
We used to go to the White House. Anybody here was?
I ain't get to
around my
do it.
age?
I ain't get to do it.
We had it was church. It was called the White House. We would run up there and get them bag lunches.
But
and
did
then
you
that
get to
was
get a job though, a summer job?
Some people did, but I was.
I couldn't either. Your mama make too, but I was like, golly, I wanted to be out there. But I went when everybody go get their lunch. We went to Cunningham Park.
Okay, yeah, we went to the White House. It's that church. I think it's Salem Presbyterian now. It's still up
Okay,
there.
okay, I know you're
And,
talking about.
they used to serve them from there. And
Uh-huh.
me and my brothers and sisters, Shannon, Sean, we already had a schedule. We run up there and get them bag lunches, and we come back and catch Tarzan. Tarzan would come on at like 10 o'clock. Girl, that was man.
It
that
was the days. It was the days. But see, back in the day, we would walk.
And we ain't had no curfew either back when I was living there. We ain't had no curfew. We
You
didn't have
just
to
better
worry
be in the
about.
home by the
I mean,
time
Mama
that-
would like, where y'all at? Mama would go to work and be gone all day long. Grandma, and
It was safe
But we
then.
it was safe and we were responsible.
Was we not? Who would
I mean, we
let your
had to
child walk from west side to east side like it was
Exactly.
nothing? We did, and we
Oh.
look at us. We fine.
That's right.
These children now, they couldn't do it. Oh, I'm tired.
You can
I
even
can't
let them
do
do
it.
it.
Oh, well, yeah. And the way people yap it up, children down, you better keep your funny. But we had a good time. But again, back to Anderson, everything has been cut out. The children have nothing to do during the summer. The rec is not the rec anymore. You got to pay to go in there and play ball. I mean, how was that for the community? Then you know they don't have money to go to the Y. I mean, so where are they going? The Southwood, the swimming pools gone. I mean, where are they gonna go?
That's why they get in trouble. They have nothing else to do, and then somebody smoking weed. Hey man, you wanna? Well, she
But
ain't
then-
got nothing else to do. Why don't I just or start drinking, and then one thing leads to another. But I think us. I mean, I hate to talk about things that we should do because first thing I say is, well, what have you done as far as the
Right.
things you're recommending we do?
Yeah.
But I do have a plan whenever I do fully retire to
What you gonna do?
get some people, find some black men or black women that's willing to invest. I mean, we need to do something like we need to have meetings. I mean, the biggest thing is we used to do all this through the church, right?
Well,
All this used to be done through the church, but now we don't have a church, so it's gonna take.
that want to put their neck out there.
I mean, it's gonna take.
It's gonna take-
It's gonna take us.
It's
I mean,
gonna
we
have
just,
to. It's gonna have to.
it's
And
gonna
that's
ta-
kind
and
of
if
why.
anybody's out there got anything going on, and if I can get involved with it, I can help.
Well, y'all know I'm ready because y'all know I'm
Give a
ready.
donation, but it's gonna take. That's why.
It's gonna
and you-
take-
by the way, I love your platform. I mean, you're like a pioneer right now. You got a
Wow.
platform where I see Pulliam, Terry Pulliam out there.
Yeah, I
What's
got
up,
some.
man?
Yeah, and you know I
And,
have some good guests that come on and watch.
So, I mean, you got the platform. We can reach out to people. I mean, we could start it here. I always wondered. I don't know about y'all. I always wondered where's the NAACP? Where are they at?
Well,
What are you at?
Tanya was on. Tanya,
And I talked to Tanya like, what are you at?
and they done got old and dispersed, and we need to pick up the the
Right.
mantle.
I mean, but think about it though. I mean,
We need to get with her.
you know, I joined. I talked. You know, it's funny because I talked to Tanya about 3 or 4 months ago about this, and I went on and I joined. I'm a member of NAACP.
Okay.
I've been a member now for about maybe close to half a year now, but.
Okay.
And I'm thinking maybe that's a tool that's because it's already the organization is already there. Maybe that's that tool that can also present us an opportunity for all of us to get together and determine. But I mean, we just can't sit back and depend on people to do things for us anymore. We just gonna have to take it on, take the responsibility. But we have to come together,
Well,
and that's the biggest part.
if
Black
you
people
want to
coming
have
together.
a meeting,
Black
we
people
can
coming
start it
together.
here.
Black people coming together is.
If
is
you
the
want to
biggest-
call a meeting, Mark, just to get it put
this
our
might be
foot in the
another-
water and just see what's gonna happen, who we can pull.
we can meet here?
We can be here.
Okay.
So I mean, free, just come on. Because
'Cause-
if don't nobody make a step, we're gonna be
You know-
continuously talking about it.
Because I've been waiting on God to direct me and just tell me, what I need to do. And maybe you
That's
invite
me.
me to come on here.
Yeah,
Maybe this
yeah,
might
yeah.
be
Yeah.
the thing I was looking for.
And
to
I've been
start.
looking for some men who has voices and not afraid to use their voices. And I've invited a couple of men. I think the more that men in the community see you guys coming on, because I guess they don't want to be the first one. I don't know, but this is nothing that I'm just doing for to be seen or popularity, because I know eventually I'm gonna get some backlash somewhere. I already know it's coming from somewhere. I don't know where, who, when, or why, but long as I got this and I live here, things got to happen. We can't just sit here and just let Anderson just do what it's gonna do. Open up these parks and not let us know when they're going to open up. They're not doing nothing in our community, not doing nothing in our district, but they got all these beautiful things everywhere else.
I give credit where credit due. They have done a good job on the parks, putting new goals and all. They've done a good job on the city parks. But one thing that pissed me off is a park right up here. What's the park right up here? Right where we're at. No, up there on Martin Luther King Boulevard down there. That big park. It's got all the baseball fields and all that they built.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Right up there by the Civic Center.
Okay.
That big old park by the Civic Center.
Go by Southwood Park.
But what I was going to make, the thing that even pissed me off about that was they built all those soccer fields and softball fields and all those fields, right? But how many full court basketball courts they put up? Not a single one. I guess they figured since they upgraded them on South Side, East Side, West Side, that's all they needed to do. They didn't need to do anything beyond that. But what you say, go where?
Go to Southwood Park where we used to hang out on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that court. That park, and I'm not going to say what I want to say,
I ain't been by there in a while.
but it's right down the street from someone.
You talking about right down there on
Southwood
Yeah.
High School. Come down the hill. You know how we used to park down there on Sunday?
I thought they renovated that place, that park.
Well, I'm just ride through there. And when you ride through there, just call me.
Okay.
That basketball court is history for a lot of black guys on West Side. And that park should be renovated. I mean, it's a creek down there. They can make that park look just as nice as they have done the Duck Pond, which they said that the city didn't have nothing to do with that. Somebody privately done that.
That's real nice.
I ain't even been to it.
Yeah,
and
it is.
and Lindley Park. They could have
Lindley
fixed.
Park is
They
nice.
could. Why can't we have nice things? Why can't they put those nice things in our community? We want to go and have. Now, Cunningham Park is good. They could have did a little better, but it's nice. And I'm sure if we were to start going, and that's another place where I feel like could be a meetup point for us. We should have something big down there for the community. That's just be in my mind. I be thinking of stuff. But, go to the city, let them know we're going to do this. We're going to need security, whatever. But I think it needs to be something done to let the city of Anderson, the city part, our district, west side, part of east side, part of south side. See, it touches, that whole district touches every side of Anderson in the inner city. And we don't really have any place where we can go and say, oh, this is our park. And we be, you know what I'm saying? Come on. And we got to do better. And like I said, I'm doing my part. I'm opening up my place. If we need to come together, if you want to get it together, Mark.
You got a nice spot here. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm so proud of you and everything you've accomplished.
Well, thank you.
You got a good platform going, and I don't see you doing anything but rise.
I got a big mouth, and my grandmama always said, use it for something. So I'm using it. But Mark, we done talked. Anything else you want to talk about? You want to bring up anything? Because we done went around the mulberry bush.
Yeah. I mean, this was good. I enjoyed the talk, but I'm serious about. I know Terry Pullman is one person I've seen, guys. I'm serious.
And Brayville was on here.
Brayville Jones,
and there's some other guys I can get you in contact with.
I mean, we got to come together and we got to start making some things happen. We can't sit back and just wait for the city to do it. Or if nothing else, we come together in numbers because there's power
in numbers.
So we come together in numbers, and then we can start pushing the city council or whatever. I mean, there's so many things we can do in the community, but I mean, we just been sitting back. But this sitting back time is over because we realize ain't nothing gonna happen now unless we really make it happen. Ain't nobody has our back.
And Mark, it's gonna take the men to be the forefront, and I'm glad you're doing this because we got a lot of strong men here in Anderson, business owners, entrepreneurs, people that's got a voice, but we can't get them all together. And that's the part, getting you guys together.
I mean, somebody's got to do it.
Now, we're organized, the women. We're organized, but we need to have y'all in the forefront.
But the women can be in the meeting also.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to be there. Y'all have to do this conversation again. I enjoy. Oh, and I'm glad you said that, Andrew. So, y'all, I do have a YouTube page. It's called the Yellow Couch Chronicles, and all my episodes are downloaded on there. Y'all, please go and subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm trying to get that up and running. I was talking to my sister earlier, and she was like, "Gwen, you got to advertise that." So, Facebook is good, but I'm gonna eventually just flip on over to YouTube because it's. For what I'm doing, it's just a better format. Like Donald Peppers, that's a person you need to get in touch with. He's a go-getter, mover, shaker in the community. He's out of Pendleton, but hey, that's still part of us. Hey Curtis, how you doing? Now he from Charlotte, but y'all. So Don, we're gonna make some things move because I know Mark. He's more than just talk. I know you gonna move some things. And we got to at least have one meeting and just see where it go and just, So y'all let me know. Like I said, I'm open to y'all. Whatever you need to do or whatever you want to do, however you want to arrange this.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'll work on it.
Okay, so it's that time of the segment that, Mark, I'm going to ask you. What questions do you have for me? Is there anything you have for me that you would like to ask me? Oh, God. You don't? Good. Because
you didn't let me know we were gonna have this segment because I'd have had some stuff prepared for you.
Oh my God!
You caught me just on top of spur
Thank
of the
you, Jackie.
But...
Jackie said, "Great job."
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jackie.
So, no questions you want to ask me?
How did you learn? I guess one thing I could ask: how did you get all the information, learn how to start a business on your own? I'm sure you get asked that a lot because a lot of people probably would love to do this but have no idea where to start.
And I wanted to be kind of a mentor gets used and tossed around so much. I don't know if you really mentor somebody or not, but I wanted to, help other ladies, men too. They want to open a business. But with me, Mark, because of the type of business and the climate that we live in, I had to really do it all by myself. I had to learn because everybody was gatekeeping at that time. It is sad that we're like that.
How did you learn? What research?
I followed other boutique owners. I kind of listened to what they said without them saying it. I found vendors. I went to California, me and my friend girl that I met in a mentorship class that I went to Texas to go. It's just, you just got to if you're going to do it, you can't be scared to spend money. Because if you're scared of money, you're not going to get it. And you're not going to get the knowledge. So I put myself out there. I went to these mentorship classes. I went to California and met vendors. I did buy a vendor list. Y'all ain't got to buy no vendor list. Don't let them people be fooling y'all. They just trying to get a come up. You can find these vendors, but I didn't know at the time. So I did buy one, but it helped me because I contacted these vendors. I didn't just go and order from them. I wanted to touch base with people. Because if you get in there and they know your business and they know your voice or your face, they will call you and say, "Look, we get ready to drop this. Did you want to get some before we put it out there?" So you have to learn. You got to get a rapport with who you're dealing with, and then you got to invest in this to make that work. So you can put it in this. So it's a lot of shuffling money.
So one of the most critical points I see you made is whatever business you want to start, just go find someone that's already in the business.
That's right.
Hopefully that provides you some valuable information that could help you.
They will.
And
I'm
hopefully
I'm gonna give you.
You're talking to your competitors.
Yeah, we won't go there. But I will give you some seeds. But you got to know how to sow them and go get them. I'm not going to give you everything, but I'm going to get you on the path. Okay. So, but it was, trial and error. And I appreciate that because it makes you appreciate what you're doing and where you're going. So, yeah.
But I appreciate you guys, too, because it's like I was telling Gwen, we started from the bottom. I know all my friends, we all started from the bottom. We didn't have much. But you look around and you see people that's living real nice, got nice jobs, have beautiful families and doing well. Yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but it's just very fulfilling for me to see people that my friends and stuff that I knew came up hard like we did, and we were able to stay on the right path because it was so easy to get off and get on the wrong path. We stayed on the right path and we worked hard. And did what we had to do. So,
and
congrats to all.
With that, and while you're saying we came apart, but it didn't seem like it though.
I know
we had fun. We still had fun. I guess because we were all on the same page. Nobody. When somebody got a car, we was like all pile in that car. You know what I'm saying? Right. All right, catch a ride with my Mark. He going to the skating ring or going to the park. We were all being it. But see kids do that now. Pile up in a car and go somewhere. It would be 5 or 6 of us in one car.
That's right. We get that.
But we get that up. Here come Nevin Forest. Here come Broadway Lane. Here come West Side. Here come East Side. Yeah, no, we didn't.
Yeah, none of that.
No. We was happy.
We had no social media, no cell phone, none of that.
Honey, had to call on telephone and sneak on telephone and mama get on the other line. Time for you to go to bed. Embarrassing you. Y'all, the children don't understand.
And we thought the pager was the greatest invention. Somebody paging me, you were important. But then you had a big old box phone.
Oh, God. But then if you didn't have a phone, you had to go find a phone. That was so stupid. Was that not stupid? But we was doing it, though. We was doing it. But, y'all, I want to thank y'all for coming on. I had so much fun, Mark.
I did, too.
We had fun.
I didn't know what to expect, but, yeah, it was good.
See, now you feel good. So you would have had all that papers and all this stuff you wanted.
I know, man.
See? And now you just at ease and, just being who you are. And that's what I love. So y'all, so again, go to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube page, the Yellow Couch Chronicles. Y'all will see me yellow and everything on. And so Mark, I always ask my guests to pray us out.
Pray. See, I knew it was going to be something you was going to put on me. I don't even go to church like that.
Well, that's why you know how to pray, though, don't you? You were just saying you was talking to the Lord earlier. Come on, bro. Come on.
I have a personal relationship.
You ain't got to just whatever you say at night. Down and pray the Lord my soul to keep, whatever.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we bow our heads realizing that you hold all power. We thank you, dear God, for life, health, and strength. And just all the things you do for us, just every day, God. We know sometimes we don't think about the little things, but we are thankful, dear God. We pray that you continue to bless our families, dear God, and bless our children, and just guide them and direct them, God, because we're dealing with some trying times right now,
Yes,
Lord.
Lord.
And we just pray that you just watch over them and just be with them 24/7. Dear God, we also pray for our soldiers that
Yes.
are in harm's way for no reason, dear God. We pray that you be with them and bless them, dear God. We pray, dear God, that you just watch over and just bless this nation, dear God. We pray that you bless this nation, the United States, the greatest country in the
Yes.
world, dear God. We're going through some things we should not endure. People are suffering, dear God, with prices and just being able to afford to live in healthcare is, a lot of friends, a lot of Americans now don't have health care. And so, we're going through a lot, dear God. We just pray that you be with us and just watch over us and guide us, dear God. And just, we want to say we thank you for everything. And in Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Amen. You did good, Deacon Marcus Scott. Okay. All right, not the deacon. Oh, that's all right. You did good. Y'all, I'm so excited about this one. This was a good one, y'all. This was a good one. And
I love it. Love it.
we got into some things that we need to understand, because some things I don't understand nationally. And then Mark will come on Facebook. Y'all go to his Facebook page, because he be giving out some nuggets, giving out some information.
Oh, yeah, some good stuff today.
Yeah. And he breaks down stuff. And because I'll read some stuff and I'll be like, golly.
Won't nobody else do it, so I do it.
So some people just won't do it. But we're thankful that you'll get on there and let us know what the real 411 is. All right. Y'all, let's give Marcus Scott a hand for coming on the Yellow
Marcus, all right, girl. You call me by my adult name.
Mark
Y'all take
Scott. But
Y'all
we
take
love
care.
it.
Thanks for
And y'all
listening.
have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.